Hello, and welcome to this recording to help you to overcome fear. Now, please don't listen to this recording whilst driving or operating machinery. And you can prepare by sitting or lying down in a place and in a way that you can just let go of all of the tensions, concerns. Let go of the future just for now, and enjoy being here, preparing to make changes, listening to the sound of my voice as you can prepare to make a change in your life today. Like rising into a new life, a new world. Like becoming a new you. The you you've always wanted to be. As you get a sense of how it feels to fulfill those dreams, to become the person you always knew you could be. And you can get a sense of that you can be when you are free from unnecessary fear. Because you are more powerful than that. And you can allow those muscles to soften. And I don't know which muscle has softened the most already, but you can notice which muscle that is. And that muscle can teach all those other muscles how to let go even more, to take you deeper within that part of your mind where you can make transformations now into a new way of being that perhaps you never thought was possible, but was always waiting to happen, waiting for this moment to make those changes. And it's so incredible what your unconscious mind can do for you. Allowing those eyes to close, and if they've already closed, closing those imaginary eyelids behind those eyelids. Going deeper within, going deeper within. And you may wonder how deep you can go, and whether you'll go fully deep now or in a few minutes. And you can be curious to find out how that will be. As I count down from 10 to 0, and on every number, you can allow yourself to go twice as deep or even deeper as I count down from 10 to 0, and on every number you can allow yourself to go twice as deep or even deeper. And those thoughts still like ripples still on the lake, and the lake becomes like a mirror reflecting the sky and the sun, enjoying the stillness now at 10. Twice as deep or even deeper at 9. As you sink down, and you can imagine like lying in a hammock or in a comfortable chair, how you sink a little bit deeper at 8, twice as deep or even deeper now, 7. And you can prepare to make changes as you take steps to overcoming fear in that life. And you know, fear is useful in certain times when it can stop you from being hit by a vehicle or from being eaten by a bear, but really that's not useful when stepping out into the world now to create a better world for you and others. At 6, twice as deep or even deeper now. At 5, and fear is an interesting thing that body responds to. But what is it really but an interpretation of things that are happening that creates some sensations within that body? And that mind can sometimes interpret that this or that is scary, right? But it doesn't need to do that anymore where it's not necessary, because you can allow yourself to step into the unknown at 4. Even getting a sense of excitement, enthusiasm, feeling so good to be stepping into the unknown now. As you follow a mysterious path through the woods. You don't know where it leads, but you continue to follow those legs that tread against sticks and grass as the tall trees tower around you and animals and birds shuffle around the foliage. You take steps into the unknown. At 3, twice as deep or even deeper, as you continue to walk through those unknown woods, feeling so excited, so vibrant, stepping into new possibilities of freedom to choose to create a better life for yourself and others. At 2, continuing to step into the unknown, as was always the case. You know, things sometimes could look similar, and you can arrange things in ways that are more predictable, but really, life is uncertain. Things change. The people around us change. The environment changes. The only thing that is certain is that things will change, and you can embrace that change now with open arms, with excitement. What will life bring next? What opportunities will life bring you to grow, to become a better person for you and for the world at 1. And 0. You can allow your mind to drift, and your unconscious mind can listen to the words that I'm speaking. And it doesn't even matter if you're listening consciously or not, because your unconscious mind will hear everything that I have to say. And unconscious mind, you know that in this life you can learn to feel at ease when stepping into unknown situations with excitement and enthusiasm. The excitement and enthusiasm that you had when you were a child, exploring new things, playing with new toys, receiving new gifts, going on new experiences that were so exciting at that time. And I wonder all the ways that your life can be exciting as you benefit the world by taking steps into the unknown, enjoying the beauty of life, free from those old fears. And you continue to walk through that woodland, and it gets a little darker as the night comes, and you can get a sense of how there are certain sounds over here and certain sounds over there, and you're not sure what they are, and how that mind begins to imagine all kinds of possibilities. But your mind can imagine now that all kinds of possibilities are okay because you can deal with them with excitement, with joyful interest, play. Every opportunity is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become that better person for yourself and others. And when hearing those sounds around in that forest, you notice the thoughts that would have appeared and conjured fear in the past. Those old fearful thoughts are wondering, what is this? What is this? Oh, this is scary. And it causes the body to respond, doesn't it? But you know that this is just a story. Those thoughts are causing that body to respond in this way because they're interpreting those sounds to mean something that they actually do not mean. And whatever sensation you feel, it's perfectly okay to feel those sensations. But you can continue to walk with confidence, with power, with joyful curiosity as you create a better you for yourself and others now. And your unconscious mind can release all these old stories that would evoke that fear response, just letting them go. Letting go of those old thoughts that would trigger those old sensations. Letting go of those old thoughts that would trigger those fear sensations now. As they rise up and dissolve and disappear, and you feel lighter and lighter, and your unconscious mind can let go of those thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations. However they appear to you, it really doesn't matter. You can just allow them to arise and let them go. And you can continue doing this throughout the session. And I will tell you a story while this is happening. There was a great warrior who lived in a village. And in this village, many great warriors would go through many great trials. And our warrior, very well known throughout the village, was told by the elders of the village that it was time that he took his final initiation as a warrior. And so he met up with the council of elders, feeling slightly intimidated, slightly scared, as the council said, "You need to go through this dark cave to bring treasure back to the village." And our warrior looked at the cave. The cave that no one went in. It was known to be haunted. It was known to be scary. But the elders were certain, if you go through this cave, you will bring treasure back to the village. You must go, warrior. Go now. And so our warrior stepped in to that cave with every step into the darkness, unsure of what was to come. The light behind him got darker and darker until he could barely see anything anymore. And in that cave, he heard the fluttering of wings. He felt in the darkness droplets of water hit his shoulder. He heard reverberations from every movement he made, and every movement of animal also reverberated around the whole cave. And our warrior, hearing these sounds, often there'd be a response in the body where he would seize up and feel a little frightened. But he knew that he had to keep moving forward to bring back the treasure for the benefit of all of the village. So he continued to walk, even when his mind would interpret the sounds around him in the cave and the sensations around him to be threatening and scary. He kept moving forward because he learned very quickly that every time he heard a sound, his mind would come up with a story, would be concerned about what it is, would say all kinds of things to make him feel scared. And he decided to not listen to those stories anymore. Because when you stop listening to those old fearful stories, the sounds can become interesting and curious. And as he continued to walk through the cave, the sounds and the sensations began to become curious. What are these? Wow, I wish I could see what they are. It's so amazing to be stepping into the unknown, to realize that there are things that I can explore that I have never explored. And those sounds and sensations, the droplets of water, the sounds of the footsteps echoing through the cave, suddenly became more like music. And music's great because it can be unpredictable, right? A sound comes that we didn't quite expect, and another sound comes that we didn't quite expect. And even in our warrior's case, sensations arose that he didn't expect. Something would brush his arm or brush his leg, and it all became a part of a sensory experience where he could learn to control his fear, to realize that his fear is in his mind and that he can overcome that. As you continue to release now all those old stories, and I don't know how they look to you, but they make sense to you when you see them. How will you live your life free from that old fearful way of doing things? And our warrior entered a particularly dark, particularly gloomy area of the cave. Something just felt different here. And he remembered all the stories from the village about how that cave was haunted. And he wondered, what am I doing here in this place? This is crazy. And he began to hear spooky sounds, creaking, subtle howling, little brushes of cold breeze touch his skin that caused goosebumps. and hairs to stick up on end. But our warrior, noticing that fear that arose, decided, if there's something here that wants to frighten me, I can become more frightening than it. So our warrior, with his mind, began to imagine that he was the scariest thing in the cave, that he was so fierce, able to devour and destroy any ghost, any monster that came in his way. He exuded a furious power where he could destroy any being that wanted to hurt him. He was more powerful than. He became the most powerful warrior in the cave, the most powerful being in the cave. And he imagined that all of those perceived ghosts or scary things suddenly became like tame little puppies in his presence. And here our warrior found strength, because within you is the power to overcome all fear, because you have that ferociousness that can scare away fear itself. Looking at it like a lion stalks a prey and pouncing, biting its neck and watching it fall. You can overcome fear with your might, with the power within you. You can destroy fear with the weapons of your mind that cut through false stories, cut through fears and confusion, cut through the idea that something could be scarier than you, because you step forward. And our warrior now became the most powerful warrior in the village. As he continued to walk through the cave, suddenly all the sounds sounded so silly, because he was stronger than all of those sounds, scarier than the scariest sound. And nothing in there could harm him, because he was protected by his own power. And as our warrior continued through the cave, he began to see a light emerge. And walking towards that light, it got brighter and brighter, as he found the exit to this cave. And waiting there was the council of elders, who applauded his return, so happy that he returned. And our warrior remembered he was supposed to get treasure and didn't get it. And he said, I'll go back in there. I can get the treasure. That cave doesn't scare me. And the elders smiled and said, actually, you found the treasure. The treasure is your power. The treasure is your warrior spirit. The treasure is your ability to move forward and overcome fear, to rise above it, to even become ferocious yourself when necessary. Because you are the greatest warrior in the village. You are the treasure. That's it. And if you were the most ferocious and fearsome being in the world, how would all of those old things that cause fear seem to you if you could scare them away? Scare away the fears. Now, how they could suddenly seem like tame puppies or small kittens playing with balls of wool. You can step forward into the unknown with an open heart, feeling so good to become a better person for yourself and others now. And your unconscious mind can begin showing you new ways that you can relate with things that you used to find scary, but now are so strong and powerful that you transform the scary into puppies in that mind, and you can feel so powerful. Your unconscious mind can show you this. Within the next few minutes, as you receive inspiration and ways in which you can be free from fear, how those beautiful thoughts will arise, those fierce thoughts, those powerful thoughts, and get a sense of what they are over the next few minutes. And now, you can prepare to awaken as I count from 0 to 5. At 5, feeling fully awake, feeling great, ready to get on with your day as is appropriate for the time of day. At 0, noticing those feet, those hands, those shoulders. At 1, allowing energy to rise up. At 2, coming into a stretch in your own time, in whatever way feels good. At 3, waking up more. At 4, beginning to open those eyes. At 5, wide awake. And remember, you can listen to this recording as many times as you wish. Every time you will gain something different. My name is Bradley Burns. Remember to subscribe to this channel and comment and like. And if you have any suggestions for hypnosis recordings I can make, please place them in the comments and let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Thank you for listening, and take care.